What can I say except that this is not a remake? So I just got back from seeing the live-action Moana, aka Moana 2026. Movie just came out today, and I will say, now, I've seen Moana, the 2016 one. I've also seen Moana 2, which did Moana 2 come out, 2024? Literally a couple years ago. So it really hasn't been that long since the second Moana. I saw also the first Moana a couple years ago, too. Relatively fresh in my brain. I didn't get to see Moana in the theaters when it first came out. So, this being the live-action remake, and I put quotation marks over remake because this is not a remake whatsoever. The live-action remake of Moana will be the very first time I have seen Moana in theaters, in front of a theater screen. Besides that experience, and whoa, that was cool seeing the musical bits in the, big screen format. It's, again, not really a remake because it's just shot by shot. There's maybe 10 minutes of extra footage in this one, and I think good 4 minutes of that footage is just one song. It's one new song and then an extra couple scenes, a bit longer scenes in the island territory, explaining the culture of the island, and besides that, explaining the culture of the island in the one song, which is again 3 to 4 minutes long, so that's already half of the 10 minutes. It's not much of a remake. It's literally just, it's like if this was bonus Blu-ray features. Yeah, that's what this movie felt like. It felt like this was bonus material that you'll find on the Blu-ray of Moana, except it's all live action and not animated. I will say this though. One thing I did like about this movie is they used parts of the animation style from the 2016 Moana in this movie. For example, actually probably the only example I can use of this is Maui's tattoos. Dwayne Johnson plays Maui. If you don't know this, Dwayne the Final Boss Johnson plays Maui. But yeah, Maui's tattoos are literally the animated version of himself, which kind of makes me question why is it not just Dwayne as a tattoo. But I like the animated tattoos better than Dwayne as a tattoo. But it's nice that they use aspects of the animated 2016 Moana in this live action remake of Moana, with the whole tattoos being the animated form of Moana, and the stargazing part of the movie when they're out in the water at night looking up at the stars. Again, it's animated Maui. So that's really cool and that's really neat. Again, not a remake. I don't know how many times I had to say that in this movie. But it's still very pretty, which was my main concern when it came to this movie, because we look at trailers, the trailers do not do this movie justice whatsoever. You look at the trailers for the 2026 Moana, it looks dead. There's some life to it. But it looks mostly dead. Granted, the island is dying, but at the same time, it just looks very unalive. So I will say, in the theater, watching this movie, it does not feel that way. It does have some sense of vibrancy and some color, and it does feel alive. Again, granted, it's not much lively, but it's way more lively than the trailers make it out to be, which again, that was probably my main concern when it came to this version of Moana, is oh man, this doesn't look as colorful as the animated masterpiece that we got literally a decade ago. But again, it's just a shot-by-shot remake, nothing special. This is the 10th anniversary this year of Moana. It hasn't really come up yet officially, but it's coming up soon. But yeah, it's the 10th anniversary. If they didn't make a live-action adjacent Moana, then they would probably just re-release the film in theaters. That's been a thing. Movies are just re-releasing films in theaters. Heck, James Cameron wants to re-release Terminator 2, which sense. I mean, that makes sense because that's an old movie, and also the time period. Well, the plot of Terminator 2, we're literally living in that time period right now. Everybody hates AI. AI is destroying everything and taking everybody's job. Terminator 2. So it makes sense for that to be released in theaters, and there's a bunch of other movies being re-released in theaters. Top Gun Maverick, etc. So, I mean, it's not new for like an anniversary style event to be shown in theaters. So again, if they didn't do a live action adjacent of Moana, I could see a world where they just put the 2016 movie back into theaters. But yeah, again, it's nothing new. If you've seen Moana, you've seen Moana 2026. Besides like maybe a couple songs, basically like one new song, and that's basically it. I say live action adjacent because you got the chicken, you got the pig, you got Takiti, Wadi, whatever, you got the lava monster, you got the nature woman. So, you know, you also got the moving water that it's a character in itself. So again, live action adjacent, it's basically just live action characters, like literally humans, live actual humans, just on top of animation. And that's Moana 2026. It's humans inside of animation. Again, if you want to see it, go ahead. But you're not really missing anything if you skip out on this movie and don't see it in theaters. Wait for Disney Plus streaming. Literally, this is the perfect wait for streaming movie. If there's ever been a movie on my list that is classified 1000% as wait for streaming, this is the movie. This is the movie that is wait for stream. I will say the cast did good. Of course, Dwayne Johnson as Maui. He kind of just felt like PG final boss from WWE. Like it's the final boss character without blood, gore, and cussing. It's literally that's Maui. He just kind of seems like a dick. Seems like a dick islander, and an islander, a dick islander. That's all he feels like. So again, I don't know. I would definitely say wait for streaming. This is a wait for streaming type of movie. I would say the new Moana, Catherine Lagaʻaia, did a really good job. I liked her portrayal as Moana. She did a phenomenal job, in my opinion. And then the rest of the cast did a phenomenal job too. Frankie Adams, John Tui, and Renee Owen. I think Renee Owen as the grandma did a really good job. All her scenes, all her dialogue is really good, really heartbreaking, really emotional, really fits with Catherine Lagaʻaia's Moana. But yeah, I mean, if you've never seen Moana 2016 in theaters, go out see this one. But if you've seen and you had that experience, just wait for streaming, just wait for digital, wait for piracy, whatever you want, whatever you gotta do, just do it. Just wait. I don't recommend seeing this in theaters. It's just basically almost a 1-by-1 shot remake, like I said. But yeah, that's Moana 2026. What do you think? Tell me down in the comments below. And if you enjoy these live action Disney remakes, or should they just die in a burning pile? Tell me all down in the comments below. Until then, I'll see you on the wayside, paddling away to my private island that I'm never going to afford. Bye.